from the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building. This is Detroit at Night on News Talk 760 WJR. Now, here's Jamie McCarthy.
Jamie McCarthy here with News Talk 760 WJR, WJR.com today here on a video podcast. Leah Moss, creator of Jack Detroit, new magazine in Detroit. Leah didn't know we were going to be actually doing a video podcast today. She thought we were going to be just doing radio. So she wore her Cornell sweatshirt. She's very embarrassed. First of all, welcome to WJR.com.
Thank you.
The show is Detroit at Night, and so your magazine is all about Detroit.
So this is the cover, and all of the departments that you'll find in the magazine go with the overall brand. So we feature a beautiful woman, Jill of the Month, to go Jack and Jill.
Love it.
There's a section that has a little bit of everything with short, quick, punchy stories called Jack of All Trades. We have a section called You Don't Know Jack But You Will, which features interesting people around town and their story.
That's really cool. I love You Don't Know Jack.
And then we also feature a how-to guide on how to do a little bit of everything called Jill's Guide for Jack. So humorously written.
Is Jill Guides for Jack from like a female point of view to
things that women would want men to know how to do.
God, that's genius.
So,
tell me about how this all happened. Suddenly it comes to you one day, maybe I'll try and start my own magazine. Why for men?
I was kidding. I was like, yeah, right, this is going to be the answer to my problems. Like, this is like the most crazy, far-fetched idea ever. And then as soon as it was out of my mouth, I couldn't get it out of my head, and it was just stuck. And so I said, you know, what's the worst that happens? I'm not a little bit crazy. So then when I, sat down and said, how can I make this an actionable thing, I was, very calculated about it, and it didn't make any sense to do anything that was aimed at women for leisure in Metro Detroit. There's so much content that's already available.
There is a lot
for that market, and there's not much at all.
There's nothing for guys.
For men for leisure. There's a lot for men for their professional life.
What's the goal?
Jack Chicago, Jack LA, Jack New York.
Could we have clothes maybe, that represent that, or logos, or hats, or?
I don't know.
I'm throwing ideas at you here, sister. I mean, help me out.
Yeah.
So, what would you say? How would you describe the brand? Everybody has a brand. What is Jack Detroit?
It's for the Detroit's everyman who wants to be on the cutting edge.
What is the cutting edge? I never know what that means.
That's informed about things that are happening, these small things that are kind of under the surface, that are cool things that, you'll have awareness for.
Sure.
That's caring about the way you put yourself together. That's living an active lifestyle and caring about, how you, live your life, if that's food, if that's fitness, whatever.
Will there be tips in here, by the way?
Yeah, that's beautiful women on your arm. That's surrounded by great friends. That's, so what I wanted to do is combine all of that in an entertaining way. So it's food, it's fashion, it's sports, it's women, it's, a little bit of fashion.
So far I like it all.
A combination
Sounds like a dream.
Things.
Yeah.
Who
are your influences as a writer?
Well, I like to, personally, I like to read the literature canon, if you will.
Yeah.
I prefer classic to, the New York Times bestseller list.
Yeah, sure.
My favorite writer is Virginia Woolf. But I grew up on magazines. I've always been a magazine junkie for men and women. I always would like to read, I like Jim Nelson. He's the editor-in-chief at GQ. His letter from the editor. GQ is, kind of different. It's kind of, a little bit more metro, I guess, if you will. But he is a fabulous writer. So I always I go to Barnes & Noble, look at the GQ to read his letter from the editor. It's the one page. I read it every month.
There's my Cliff Notes. Now I know what to read when I read GQ, because I can't find anything, but that's what I'll read when I see that.
He's fabulous. He's witty, he's engaging, and it's not so verbose that it's over anyone's head.
Like Hunter S. Thompson's stuff in Rolling Stone?
Maybe a little bit of that.
Love that stuff, though. Sometimes that's good.
Yeah.
Do you have a Hunter S. Thompson type freelance writer for this magazine?
Yeah, we actually have a literature review of one of his books.
Fantastic. See, I can't wait to get into this. I'm a huge Hunter S. Thompson fan. My hero, Hunter S. Thompson, I thought he was a great writer. There's a new movie coming out called The Rum Diary.
That's what the literature review is on The Rum Diary.
Perfect. And they're going to make a movie of it.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Johnny Depp once again will be playing Hunter S. Thompson, of course.
Perfect.
Yeah, like in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I can't wait to read this first issue. You're talking about Hunter S. Thompson. You got everything in there.
Yeah, it's kind of a range. It's, it's exciting.
Leah Moss from, actually the owner, what do we call you, the owner and creator and visionary of Jack Detroit.
Yeah.
There it is. Check it out. Where can people get it?
All over town. They're free with a gift with purchase.
And if I want to sign up for an online subscription?
Or a print subscription, you can go to the website, jackdetroit.com, and you can get the traditional print subscription or a digital-only subscription as well.
Or you can get both, like I'm going to do, just because. I think it's kind of fun. And I suggest an iPad 2 app immediately. Leah, congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by.
Perhaps we have an interview too right before July 1st, and I'll check back in with you, and we can give it the viewers out there.
Sneak peek of the second one.
Yeah. There it is. Jamie McCarthy here, Detroit at Night. Until then, we'll see you sometime, somewhere out there in cyberspace.